Why didn't you file a case against the former president? You had all the means, you had all the power to do so when you were Secretary of the Department of Justice.
I actually referred the matter of when Edgar Matobato came to us for witness protection. I rinifer ko po uli yung the DDS matter
So what
to
happened?
the wala po.
Oh,
Wala
bakit
po.
wala? You were a very, very powerful member of the cabinet during the Aquino administration. You did not do anything?
It's not
To
that I
pursue
did
the
not
case?
do anything.
To pursue
It's
the
just
case?
that I asked the NBI to pursue further the investigation. Pero wala na po na i-submit sa akin na report. They were telling me that they had also so much difficulty accessing possible witnesses at the time.
All right. One more thing, Madam former Senator. Why is it only in Davao that you had this investigation? Bakit Davao lang? Why were you so focused and why are you so concentrated in investigating Davao?
We were focused on investigating the so-called DDS phenomenon because we have read some reports about it, foremost of which was the report of the UN Special Rapporteur Philip Alston. And he did come out with that report citing certain findings of the UN Special Rapporteur Philip Alston. And meron din pong report, yung Human Rights Watch, they called it, "You Can Die Anytime," also referring to the DDS phenomenon. So we felt that at that time, because of these reports, and our CHR regional office did confirm that there were killings, but they could not tell us, or they refused to tell us that it was actually the doings of the DDS on orders of then Mayor Rodrigo Duterte. But the insiders, the ones I mentioned kanina, I think there were 3 of them, which we interviewed secretly or discreetly, they did say that there was such a thing as a group as a Davao Death Squad, and then formed by the former mayor, and then getting orders also from the former mayor, something that were validated later on by Edgar Matobato and Arturo Las Cañas.
Okay, Mr. Chair, I would like to invite the attention of the former senator when she was still a sitting member of the Senate. With regard to the committee report of the Committee on Justice then, for the years, if I may read, for the years 2001 to 2009, under the Arroyo administration, 91,762 killings were reported, or an average of 10.196 killings per year, 850 killings per month, or 28 killings per day. On the other hand, for the years 2010 to 2016, under the Aquino administration, there were 85,878 recorded killings, with an average of 14,313 killings per year, 1,193 killings per month, or 40 killings per day. You were the Justice Secretary during the Aquino administration. Why did you not investigate these killings?
All right. May I start by saying that on the matter of EJ case in general, especially with respect to the killings of activists, I did recommend, and it was adopted, there was this Administrative Order number 35, creating an interagency committee to look into the various drug killings, to the various activist killings, targeting members of progressive groups, leftist organizations, and that was somewhat rampant during the time of former President Arroyo. Now, bakit wala pa po yung drug killings? Kasi nga po, pinapapursu ko pa sa NBI. It was not the real focus then of Administrative Number 35, which is the Special Interagency Committee to address extrajudicial killings. Now, talking about the Gordon report, you mentioned the Justice Committee report, which was subsequently headed by former Senator Dick Gordon. Sinabi nga niya po yon na bakit yung EJ case lang, bakit yung ibang mga EJ case ay hindi natin kailangan imbestigahan o hindi natin inimbestigahan dun sa Senate Committee. Mukhang may problema po sa ganun. Kasi ang nakita ng committee, ng majority committee in coming up with that committee report is that, well, hindi actually nila nakita na may special complexion at the time, at the start of the drug war killings beginning 2016 under the Duterte administration. I'm not talking about the drug war killings kasi wala namang ganong war on drugs specifically in Davao City, although among those or many of those victimized were also alleged drug offenders aside from petty criminals and other kinds of criminals. So, nakita dapat yun, and that was the very point of my resolution that I filed calling for an inquiry, na medyo ibang fenomeno nito ngayon sa war on drugs, na
Would like to put it on record that the resource person, the former senator, did not answer directly my question, Mr. Chair. And I might be mistaken of defending the former president. I am not defending the former president. In fact, if it is his turn to answer questions, I will ask questions also.
Darating po tayo. So, anyways, Senator De Lima will be present in the future hearings. Yes, Senator Risa?
Hello. Yes, salamat kayo, Mr. Chair. Just a brief manifestation. Kanina mention was made of a resource person na iimbitahin din natin to the next hearing. And a personal detail about that resource person. Gusto ko lang i-make off record na it is already common knowledge na dahil isang leader, si Leila De Lima, nung siya ay senador at siya ay babae, wineponize talaga yung batas laban sa kanya in the most sexist and misogynistic way. Lalo na sa, unfortunately, at that time, yung kabilang house. So, I look forward dun sa ipepresent niya sa komiteng ito, Mr. Chair, yung kanyang pag-aaral, comparison, nung napag-alaman, nung CHR, nung siya ay chair, tungkol sa mga extrajudicial killings sa Davao City, at comparison nun sa nakita nilang ng komite niya dito sa Senado na EJ case, panahon ng war on drugs. And I look forward na hindi natin papayagang maulit yung pambabastos na ginawa sa kanya, lalo na sa kabilang house noon, at sa online trolling na ginawa laban sa kanya bilang isang leader at bilang isang babae. Just for the record, Mr. Chair, with full confidence that our committee, subcommittee, and our Senate will uphold that. Daghang salamat, Mr. Chair.
To Senator De Lima, Mr. Chair, isn't it a fact that NBI is operationally and administratively under the Department of Justice?
it is.
Yes. So if it is, if you are morally convinced about the wrongdoings of the former mayor of Davao City, about these killings, bakit mo po hinahayaan lang na walang report yung NBI sa'yo? You have instructed the NBI to follow up on this investigation. Tapos natapos na lang yung buong year, 6 years of the Aquino administration, hindi ka nakapag-file ng kaso kay President Duterte. Is that malfeasance on your part as that Secretary of Justice, wherein you are morally convinced na may ginawang masama si Pangulong Mayor Duterte. Tapos ngayon, hinayaan mo lang NBI na walang ginawa, walang binalik na report, or baka sinabihan ka ng NBI, ma'am, ang ating kaso will not stand in court. Baka ganun sinabi sa iyo. Kaya wala na nangyayari doon sa ginawa mong tasking sa NBI.
Can we
Your
request for
Honor.
a brief answer, ma'am?
My brief answer is that I did make some certain follow-ups, and there was reports from the NBI, verbal reports, when I asked about them and that what would they tell me, that nahihirapan sila na mag-access sa Davao ng mga possible witnesses.